3 years ago, I set sail on the Untradable journey. Requiring only 100 push-ups and a 10-kilometer run, he locked his account to only untradable gear, all in the hopes of discovering something new. 6 months in, and unfortunately, the series was dropped. He even made a post that he would come back. But where has he been? The fans even reaching out. Did you give up? Where are you? Hey boss, it's me, back again to tell you to make more of these. Where the vids, MF? Where the vids? With every waking moment without any sign of Chad, people started stepping up to attempt to fill the holes of the forgotten king, life of Chad. However, Chad wasn't done. Chad was just getting started. Chad made plans to come back sooner. However, there were many setbacks along the way. Chad, being a family man, had to put his career and family first. And finally, once that was in order, he then found out devastating news. He could no longer access the account. Chad submitted appeal after appeal, hoping one day he would finally be able to come back. Welcome to Untradable Locked Iron Man Season 2. Now we need to reassess a lot of things of the account that we didn't set previously. We're going to reassess the rules of the account, we're then going to discuss the gear we currently have, and we're going to reassess some of the goals, just to make an overall better series and experience for all of us. The rules. There aren't many rules, however there is one main one. All equipped gear must be untradable. Please note this account is different than Untradables, a different unique Iron Man that just came out recently, as he isn't allowed to use tradable items at all. I am. Tradable food is fair for my account, as I feel this limits too much progression. Restriction lifting. There are 4 main areas I'm allowed to lift restrictions. These are just so I can have more fun and enjoy the series like everyone else. 1. Quest. There are a lot of quests which you can't complete without being able to equip tradables. I'm allowing myself for those parts. Clue scrolls, the same boat. Locked areas. There are specific areas which require tradable items to enter. I am allowing myself to equip those for those instances, such as Slayer or other areas where I would potentially be unable to train the skill in the intended way. Lastly, the achievement diary. There are specific diary tasks which require to equip specific tradable gear. I'm allowing myself for that. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about parts that I'm not making exceptions for. 1. Slayer creatures. Unless there's absolutely no way to kill the creature without a tradable piece of gear, I have to only use untradables. I.e., previously I killed the Banshee. It is recommended to use earmuffs when killing Banshees. However, it is not impossible to kill the Banshees without earmuffs. Therefore, it can still be completed, and I must do it without equipping earmuffs. Now some rule changes. Previously I stated that I may equip any item that becomes untradable at some period during its life. I actually do not like that rule one bit, and in fact I'm trading it. It has to be untradable in the current form, otherwise I'm not allowed to equip it, i.e. a Barrows piece. I cannot go equip a full lifed Barrows piece because it's tradable. If there's no way to make it become untradable before I wield it, then it's not fair game. I cannot use it. Now these are our current gear setups, rocking the full graceful gnome amulet plus rapier defender. This is what we consider the all-arounder setup, perfect for dealing massive damage and running around RuneScape looking like a total Chad. Now this one's gonna deal a lot of damage. Bringing out that barrel chest anchor and beads of the dead, this outfit can one-hit Banshees without any issue. But don't worry, with just a click of a button we can switch to the Rune Spear KP, which is perfect for those scenarios which we need to hit further away or deal poison damage. Now moving into abysmal territory, this is our current range setup. Rocking that Khazard armor, Shazy, and Ava's accumulator blue-eye crossbow. This is our main DPS option until we can manage to fiddle ourselves into an upgrade. Now let's talk about the goals of the account. Previously we set goals that were just far-fetched for this type of account. Instead, we're going to focus on bite-sized pieces and we're going to update goals as we go, as this is the best plan of action. If we shoot for the stars, we're not going to obtain the stars. In all reality, we're eventually just going to burn out and die. So what goals are we attempting to obtain? So for one, I want to get a good mage gear setup, potentially void, or we can consider other options as we research and go for setups. Next, I want to go for a better rune or a better range weapon, as our range setup as described is abysmal. I'm wanting to get a crystal bow or a rune crossbow and maybe void as well for there, but there's potentials for other options as we see fit. And then obviously our melee setup is pretty strong, however we need to be focused on more DPS, so I want to get the whip and potentially go for the fighter's torso. It's all in the name of the game. I believe every single one of those goals are obtainable and that we should be able to achieve within due time. I already have straight good plans to go and I'm about to explore them now. How is it going, Chad and Chadettes? Today we're back and better than ever. This is the first day back on the account. We had just obtained it as of yesterday, and I wanted to go over some of the steps that we did prior to leaving the series, just so we can just have a good grasp of what's going on and how we can plan from here. So here are the current stats of the build. We have our 70 attack strength and 66 defense, 64 range, 50 prayer, which is perfectly fine. We have all our basic prayers, 61 magic, and then just the basic skills that we needed for our questing days, plus some fishing just because we needed food. Now, what did I do prior to leaving for the few months? There was one video planned, and I'm about to showcase what we actually did in that video, but I have in fact lost all of the footage from that video, unfortunately, because it's been such a long time and things happen. So if we go ahead and claim trophies from the League Tutor, we can see that we did Leagues 3 Shattered Relics, and from here we ended up getting a steel trophy, which is a unique item, and let's go ahead and showcase that for you. The Shattered Relics Steel Trophy is a cosmetic reward that could be attained by being in the top 60% of players in the league's high score by the end of the Shattered Relics League, requiring having at least 1,660 league points to do so, and a total of 108,000 players met the threshold. This league trophy can be displayed by using on a furniture built in the league's hall pedestal space, and it provides no attack bonuses, meaning that it's not really useful in the account other than for Fashionscape, or by flexing that we got steel, but only 60% of players got it, so it's just meh in the field. So why exactly did we do leagues on an untradable account? Well, there is one specific reward during that league that made it worthwhile. So if we go to trade this League's Tutor, as we can see, there's just a bunch of items, some not that useful. So you can see there's an Echo Aram's piece ornament kit that would have been extremely good for mage gear. However, it's for Arams, and we would need every single drop. If we scroll up on the Trailblazer League, which was still afterwards, there's a blowpipe ornament kit. Again, another great tool that we could use potentially, but there was a couple that we were looking specifically that weren't going to cost a ton of points. Let's go ahead and look. So we have the Void's already untradable, but we have the Shattered Mystic Ornament Kit. This immediately allows us to get a magic piece of armor that would be better, and there's also the Shattered Variety Ornament Kit. I'm going to go ahead and confirm one Shattered Variety, and then I'm going to discuss that now. The Shattered Relics Variety Ornament Kit is an ornament kit that changes the appearance of an abyssal whip and tentacle, the rune crossbow, and all god books. The process can be reverted at any time, returning the item in ornament kit. It can be purchased for 1,500 league points like we just found out. What does this mean for the account? This means that we can immediately, upon the obtainment of an abyssal whip or tentacle, make it untradable and equip it. It means we can also make a rune crossbow untradable and equip it as well. The question for the account though is, do we just buy one ornament kit or do we buy two, making it where we have both, or do we just continue to use the one over and over again? And I'm going to leave that to you all. Let me know down in the comments if you believe we should have one for each untradable item, or if we have the ability to use it for both. And finally, we're going to buy one Shattered Mystic, and then that'll leave us with 1500 points. Now I'm going to discuss, so the Shattered Mystic gives us a full set of Mystic gear, which will mean that we got our mage set that we needed specifically. We just need to obtain the gear for the mage. And then we are going, now that leaves us with 1500 points that we have to decide on what we should get. So now we are at the place where we now must obtain the gear in order to make it untradable so that we can then focus on it. I have been fishing the past day to get enough food in order to do these grinds. Do note that I am going to continue this series. I just wanted to push out a video as soon as possible to let everyone know that the series is back and that we are going to continue it. And I just hope for you all to enjoy and to give me your suggestion in the comments below. Y'all are awesome. Keep it all up, Chads and Chadettes.